Somewhere over the rainbow.
Alex, what are you singing?
Something from Mary Poppins, right?
That's not from Mary Poppins.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen Mary Poppins.
He hasn't seen Mary Poppins, but you will hear soon, the Grande Alive. Welcome to your weekly Newsish Roundup. Today in the news, what's going on?
Well, we have a credit union moving into Union. Congratulations, Union. We have a new episode of Bob and Kelley Show, second week of Around the Mountain. Mary Poppins is coming to Elgin's Opera House, and a nice little briefly section to tie it all together.
Absolutely, and I didn't mention this earlier. I'm Will Bowman, and
I'm Yandu Udanta.
And we are the Tie Guys, bringing you the news brought to you by our sponsors. Alex, you really never seen Mary Poppins?
My parents sheltered me.
What's wrong with children these days? Well, if you haven't seen Mary Poppins the Grande Alive, you have your opportunity. It is coming to the Elgin Opera House as a play coming up here in the next couple weeks. Mary Poppins will be showing out in Elgin, and it's going to be a fun play. This last week, I got the opportunity to go out and chat with the cast and crew of the event just a little bit about some of the fun things about this play. Now, if you don't know the story of Mary Poppins like someone here, the story is of a witch-turned-nanny that takes two kids on a wild adventure of supernatural proportions, and in the process teaches them a little bit about life, and in the play version also helps out their parents. Now, everyone knows and loves this story, but the cast says it's a little bit different in the play.
You are going to get the movie, but you'll get some extra fun stuff added in. That's the great part about coming to see a show. So you get something else that you've never been able to experience before.
Well, we have Miss Andrews, who's not here tonight, but the evil nanny's not in the movie, and she makes an appearance in the musical, a very important appearance. That's the post-traumatic stress syndrome that he was talking about. Right. Yes. And what's super fun for me, just as an actor, is she's played by my sister, and so it's such a fun scene because we get to kind of.
I would say too, for Mrs. Banks, I think there's a lot more depth. I mean, in this character, there's a lot more depth in her. She kind of brings the humanity and glimpses of the George she fell in love with, and she's trying to get him back also, but she's not quite sure how to do it. And Mary Poppins is a big part of helping with that.
They also mentioned that there are many of the aspects of the play that are taken directly from the film that will be things that you know and love. Now, I asked the crew what some of the messages and the themes of the play were, and this is what they said.
Family comes first. Yeah. Yes. There are more important things in life than making money.
Yes. And you can. It shows that you can evolve from a really horrible person to a really good person.
I think the lesson that Bert gives to the audience and to these youngins is that there's magic in everything and there's fun everywhere.
I think another good one is don't take life for granted.
For Grant?
Whoa.
Don't take life from Grant.
Don't take it!
You won't want to miss this play. It runs from September 21st to October 13th. There are going to be 3 showings every weekend, Fridays at 7:30, and then Saturday at 2:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Tickets can be purchased on the Elgin Opera House website or in person at the venue.
This story was brought to you by
Congratulations, Union, Oregon. You are getting a credit union. Woo-hoo! That's right. Hopefully by January 1st, if not sooner, Old West Federal Credit Union is going to be opening its 8th location in Oregon, right here in Union County. They already have one in the Grande, and this will be Union's first bank since the last bank closed in June 2016.
Now, Ken Olson, Old West's CEO and president, said that we are very excited to be bringing banking services back, say that 10 times fast, to the folks of Union. And I want to thank the city leaders, past and present, local business owners, and Bob Kavanaugh of the Union County Chamber for the role they all played in bringing Old West to town. Now, We did a little bit of looking into the Observer story this week, and according to the Observer, many of the locals are excited about what's going to be coming into Union. Mike Colkett, the owner of the Union Market, said, having a local bank again will help big time. I'm really excited. Many of the business store owners in Union are. Mayor Leonard Flint said they know what people in rural communities need from a financial institution. Terry Stoles of Union Hardware said, I'm really excited that we will be a whole town again, she said. She noted that Union has a drugstore, a gas station, and a health clinic. Now that we have a bank, that rounds it out, Stoles said. You will not have to leave town for anything. So there was one other person that weighed in on that, on all of this, Alex. Well, who was that?
Mr. Bob Kavanaugh, Executive Director of your Union County Chamber of Commerce.
The building itself is a community bank building, owned by Community Bank, and Community Bank has had it for sale for a few years. But what is so unusual about this entire transaction is that competitors, especially in the financial services industry, do not sell to competitors. It doesn't happen for obvious reasons. But to have Community Bank step up and say, we believe so strongly that we want to come alongside and support this action and activity, we're going to go ahead and sell this. And by the way, the pricing was very good. Community Bank did a good job with the pricing. But for Tom Moran, the CEO, to step up and say, we're okay with this. We are going to sell to a competitor because it's the right thing to do for our region and for our area and for the town of Union. And I do want to say thank you to Community Bank for what they're doing because this is a big, big step.
This story was brought to you by
Welcome back to Grande Live. There's another episode of the Bob and Kelley Show coming your way. But before that, here's a little message from myself and Mr. Bob Kavanaugh about Cycle Oregon.
Hey, we're here just to give a report on how Cycle Oregon went. And it was last Friday. It was a monumental event. The finish line worked. We hung bikes from scaffolding, the community tent. It worked. We had people from all over the world stop by. We're going to talk about that in a minute. We had an idea. Here it is. We wanted to put together a map and have people put a pin in the map where they were from. We think that what we've got here is a roughly 2 to 5% of the riders. We were able to get them to do this because that community tent was so busy. We just didn't have time to promote this like we wanted to. But of the ones we got, I want to point something out. We got Norway. Did you get this? Norway was present at Cycle Oregon, going way down to the other end. Now, by the way, Norway is not in America. We didn't have a world map. We got people from Florida, all the way up here on the East Coast, the whole eastern seaboard, all the way up in here. And by the way, we had to add Edmonton to the map that we did not get. Sorry, our friends in Edmonton, we missed you. Anyway, check it all out. A lot from the Northwest, California, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Texas, Kansas. We had a huge showing from all over come to this event.
In the Bob and Kelley Show today, a new realty company comes to town, the EOU block party is coming up, and the Farmer Merchant Banquet.
Are we ready?
Right.
We're rolling.
We're ready.
Okay, hey, good afternoon, and welcome to our segment from the Chamber of Commerce. I'm Bob Kavanaugh, and this is
Kelly Barley.
All right, we're here to give you some news. And behind the camera, you may not know this, but that's Will Bowman right there, back there.
The Will
Bowman. So anyway, we're here to give you some latest, greatest updates on what's going on in our county. And so we got some exciting things going on. Okay, now, sidetrack. Okay, I've got to get off script a little bit.
Okay.
If you like pickleball, I've got great news to you. You see, we have people come in here and beg for pickleball. That sounds crazy, but Kelly, you were here.
I was.
There was a petition on that counter
There was.
asking, where is a pickleball court in our area we want to play? And I mean, we're talking a lot of people. So here's good news. Dana at Grande Country Club has installed a pickleball court. I will be there Saturday to play. He's inviting anyone and everyone who wants to come out there and play, show up, play some pickleball. And if you don't know what it is, Google it. It'll show you. It's a lot of fun. All right, enough of that. Enough of that crazy stuff.
That's a good
All right,
thing.
first things first. Let's get into the Farmers Merchant Banquet. So every year we host a banquet for all of our ag community, farmers, ranchers, and also those who assist in the ag community as well. Mm-hmm. The idea is the business community gets together, we all pitch in, we put on a big fun show and a fun dinner for these guys, and we just have a blast and we have a great time.
We do.
All right, so talk about that a little bit. When is it? Where is it? What's going on with that?
So this year's Farmer Merchant Banquet is November 1st. It's at the Blue Mountain Conference Center from 6 to 9 p.m. It is the 70th annual Farmer Merchant Banquet.
Say that 10 times fast.
No.
70th annual.
Yeah,
Okay.
70th,
All right. 70th
annual. So it's a big deal. It's a really big deal.
That's like as old as Will, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, Will. Maybe 3 times. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 70th annual.
Yep, 70th annual. Tickets are $35. If, however, you're part of the agricultural community, then you get your tickets for free.
You don't pay.
You don't pay.
Nothing.
Zero. The big goose
Nada.
egg.
Nada.
Nada.
Because it's a party on your behalf.
Yes.
And so we've got a lot of sponsors who have already stepped up and said, we want to sponsor this thing. So
Yeah.
come, enjoy it. Now here's the thing too. The tickets are in high demand. They go very quickly.
They do.
So as of today, is it today?
It is.
open.
Yes, today.
All right, so we've got some tickets that have already gone out. Be sure to call Chamber of Commerce 541
963
8588. And again, that's 541
963.
8588. Reserve your tickets. All right.
This year you don't need a physical ticket.
Nope.
You just call, tell us your name, how many tickets you'd like to reserve, and that you'll just check in with your name.
Awesome. Okay, so good times for all.
Yeah.
Look forward to that November 1st, 70th annual Farmer Merchant Banquet. And it's going to be a blast, I'm telling you. And thank you, Molly Holes from Community Bank, for helping put that thing together. It's
Yes.
huge. Oh, I name dropped. Okay, sorry, Molly. Anyway, we love you. Okay, hey, let's talk about some grand openings, ribbon cuttings, celebrations.
Let's
so
do.
here's what's going on in Union County. You know, we see so much here at the Chamber office about people who are moving into the area, people who want to move here, live here. New businesses are happening. So we've got 2 that we just want to talk quickly
Yes.
about. First one, Pet Sense is opening soon.
Grand opening.
You have a pooch, as I recall.
I have 2.
2 puppies. Okay, so
two.
excited? You're going to be able to get them the
Yes.
toys, the food, all the stuff.
Yes, all in one spot. It's on, PetSense is opening up on Island Avenue. Do you remember the name of the strip mall?
I don't, but I can tell you this. I know Dollar Tree's there, Big Five's
There you
there.
go. Yeah, it's right there on the corner.
Wait, what other businesses there? Domino's Pizza's there, Anytime Fitness is there,
Auto Parts.
Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
So it's right in that complex. Man, it's like a full-on like shopping center going on there.
know,
Okay, so we're pretty excited. Welcome to Mandy and her team with PetSense. Look forward to October 6th. That again is October 6th, and it's all day. Show up all day, prizes, fun stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Be sure to get involved. Okay.
Starts at 9 a.m.
Starts at 9 a.m. Okay, now the other one. I wanted to personally give you this invitation. There you go. Well, let me get this
Thank you.
invitation. Here is this invitation right there.
Wow.
And what that is Blue Summit Realty. Where are we now? Here we go. Blue Summit Realty is open for business, and this is very exciting. So we have had an expansion happen. Oh, did I give you your invitation too?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I did. Okay, so Cody, there's your
What-
invitation. Sorry about the eye. Anyway,
Ow, ow.
Blue Summit Realty is having an open house, grand opening on October 9th. Now, this is substantial because, again, this is a bunch of realtors who got together and they have a little bit different concept on what buying real estate is all about, buying a new home. So what you want to do from 4 to 6 p.m., October 9th, Haley Hines, the owner and principal broker, and there are other brokers involved in that too, want to invite you to come out and enjoy the day, see what they do, get to know them a little bit, and let's celebrate another new business in Union County. So good stuff going on.
Oh, and they're on First Street.
First Street, and they have refurbished this entire building. Did you see that?
Yes,
It's beautiful.
it
Absolutely
is beautiful. It is beautiful.
All right. Well, I think that's it. That's all the time we have.
That's all we got.
All we have time for. Thank you for tuning in. Have a
Thanks.
wonderful afternoon, and thank you, Grande Live. Enjoy your day.
Thanks. Bye.
See ya.
This story was brought to you by our next story of the evening, an episode of the Around the Mountain series. They are back and they are bringing you the EOU sports right here on the Grande Live.
So this weekend you had 2 big conference wins. What does it feel like for you to start out 2-0 in the conference?
You made me do that. He was laughing already. It's not even my fault. Hello, and welcome back to our second episode of Around the Mountain for Season 3. This week, we're excited to talk with EOU men's soccer players Josh Goodman and Antonio Gracia after their big weekend. And then we get to play a game of Know Your Mate with the pair. First, here's Yasmin to talk about how the team did last week.
EOU men's soccer opened conference play with a successful weekend in Montana, defeating Providence in overtime 2-1 and cruising past Carroll College 4-0. Freshman Michael Ebel received Player of the Week after scoring his first 2 collegiate goals, which included his emphatic bicycle goal in overtime.
Women's soccer had a tougher time on the road this last weekend, finishing with 1 tie and 1 loss. EOU tied Carroll 3-3 on Sunday and then fell to an overtime goal on Friday to Providence. Both soccer teams are going to be back at home this weekend, where they will face Southern Oregon on Friday with games at 4:30 and 7 p.m. We'll be giving away free pepperoni pizza slices before both games for National Pepperoni Pizza Day. Then on Sunday, the teams host Oregon Tech at 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. for Military Appreciation Day.
The volleyball team had a great weekend of their own, sweeping Evergreen at Quinn Coliseum on Friday night and getting their 5th straight conference win against Northwest. They have won 15 of their last 16 sets. Megan Bunn received Player of the Week after putting up 33 kills and 2 double-doubles across the weekend. EOU will travel to Northwest Christian and Corbin this weekend.
Football is back home on Saturday at 1 p.m. against number 22 Montana Western. Saturday's game will be Military Appreciation Day as well, with free admission given to all military members, along with special giveaways and theme games. On Friday, you should head out to Lane Farms in La Grande for EOU Cross Country's home invitational meet at 6 p.m.
It's now time to welcome members of the EOU men's soccer team, Josh Goodman and Antonio Gracia, for their interview.
I think it was obviously huge for us to go 2-0, not only for like confidence reasons, the team's feeling really good after this weekend, but also just to put ourselves in a good position in conference, whereas last year we came out of the first weekend like 0-1-1 and we were in a hole straight away. So this year we kind of put ourselves in position to really go forward and make changes that we wanted to make from the start.
Honestly, that'd be a huge honor, especially for our seniors. That's what we're doing this year. That's what we did the past few years, just trying to play for our seniors and try to make sure that their last season with us, with their team in general, this could be the last season playing soccer regardless. So we want to make it as memorable and as awesome as we can for them. So we're just playing for them, and hopefully we can just make that possible.
The tempo is much, much higher. The discipline is demanded, and we're just expected to be great. Instead of just like, okay, we're gonna go out there and try. Like it's no, you're gonna do it, and we're gonna make sure that you do it. And that, like having coaches that get the best out of you 24/7 is huge.
Huge.
Zach sounds like a demon when he's working out. If anyone's ever worked out demon, demon with Zach, it's scary. Like he does that. And if anyone ever works out with him, it's scary. I'm uncomfortable when I do it.
I could bench more than Zach. That too. Coons? So just like pumita, just like a baby puma in Spanish. I got it from my dad, just ever since I was a little kid, goalkeeper. Some reflexes, like everyone could have said like calorie reflexes, but that's pretty lame. So my dad's like, what about a puma? I'm like, that's pretty hard. Just kind of stuck with it. And then I don't know how everyone found out about it here. I think Facebook's my middle name.
It's your Twitter name.
Well, now it is, man. Now it is. Before it wasn't. Don't interrupt me when I'm interviewing.
Well, that's a wrap for this episode of Around the Mountain. If you want to share your opinion for our next guest on the show, be sure to comment on this video on any of our social media platforms.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's Newsish Roundup. I'm Will Bowman, and
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
He is going to be educated in the ways of Mary Poppins. Thank you for tuning in. One more big shout out to our sponsors for the week. Be sure to like and share the video and tune in for more local content to La Grande Live. See you later.